Good evening and welcome to Conversations with Crystal. I'm your hostess, Crystal, and thanks for joining me this evening. My guest today is Merilyn Steele. Now, Merilyn is the front person for the Pink Chevys, and she also has been playing music for all of her life and writing and recording, and we're going to be very lucky to hear some of her tracks on this recording. So, without further ado, let's go to Merilyn Steele. Hi, Merilyn. How are you today?
Hi, Crystal. I'm really well, thanks.
Thank you so much for agreeing to do the podcast with me, to do this interview with me. You are a lady of many, many talents, and I see that you're very, very busy with your craft, and I think it's great to see another female artist working. It's fabulous, and I love what you do.
Yes, and International Women's Day is coming up tomorrow as well, by the way. So
tomorrow, wow, yes, that's fantastic.
So, yes, and one thing I am passionate about is teaching other females, girls, and women, how to play music and how to get into the industry as well. So yeah.
I really love that. So do you teach your instrument? We'll talk about what instrument you play in a minute, but do you teach?
I do, yes. I started doing that about 10 years ago now, and it's it's grown a life of its own. So, yes, I do teach guitar, singing and songwriting, as well as guiding other people on their path, if for people that have ambitions to get into the industry and stuff. So, yeah, I've helped students record their first EPs and all sorts of things and recordings and get up in talent quests. I've got places in talent quests and, yeah, I really love seeing other people progress and shine.
Yeah, you know what, so do I. So do I. I love seeing people take, if they don't have much confidence, see their confidence grow.
Yeah.
And be able to get up on stage and not feel self-conscious or worried about what they're doing.
Yeah, it's like watering and fertilizing a seed.
Absolutely. Yeah. And if they listen to just one thing that we tell them, then you've done your job, really.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Merilyn, so we'll get straight into it. Who or what was your earliest musical influence or inspiration?
Okay. Probably largely my influences came from my family in the early days. Mum and Dad and two quite different musical styles there too. Like with Mum, she was really into bands and artists like the Seekers.
I am.
Which I still, love today and sing some of their songs. Barbara Streisand, she was also very much into.
Yeah.
As well as a lot of the other sort of things like that. Dad was kind of more, I guess, he sort of aired on like country and also classical, so it was quite a difference there. So like we're talking about people like Dolly Parton and Johnny Cash, big Johnny Cash fan.
Wow.
So I
love it.
Every Johnny Cash song, it's ingrained in my head. So.
Oh, that'd be fabulous when you go to a gig and they call out, can you do Ring of Fire? Can you do yes, so that'd be really handy. So did they just listen to those songs or did they perform, and what did they play? If they did.
No, there was, it's kind of hard to figure where my influence came from to be musical, other than that my mother and both my grandmother played the piano.
Oh, beautiful.
And I always remember when we used to go to my mum's mum, her place to visit. She had this big old piano there, and I always just were drawn to it, and I just used to sit it and go plink plonk, plink plonk. Didn't have a clue what I was doing, but I just liked playing around with it.
Well, I think I had a similar experience. My grandmother had an old ironback, and I don't know what wood it was made out of, but it was absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
And it was just the vibration of it, the note and the vibration.
Yeah. So, and Mum had played piano in her younger day, and learned to read music and all that sort of stuff. Never did anything for many, many years afterwards, but in her later years, then decided to take it back up again.
Good on her.
Yeah, because she was bored, I guess, and then and started playing again. But I was drawn to guitar, so I never really took to learning piano properly. I wanted a guitar for whatever reason at about the age of 12, and Dad bought me one for Christmas. And then I, pestered him to take me to lessons, which he did.
Wonderful. Good on Dad.
Good on Dad. And I started playing and learning how to read and everything on the guitar, and naturally just started singing along with it.
Yeah.
And I wrote my first song at 14.
Awesome. Fantastic. Do you remember what the name of the song was?
No, I don't.
It'll probably come to you later on. I'm sure it will, and if it does, just blurt it out and we'll be happy. Do you remember what brand your first guitar was?
Oh, it was No Frills.
A no-name one.
I don't think it had any name on it, no.
Did it have the strings an inch off the fretboard?
It's a wonder it didn't hurt my fingers enough for me to give up, but I don't know, I just persevered with it. But until I got my first part-time job after school, which was being a packer for Woolworths.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yes, in the days where they used to have someone that would do, check your goods out, and another person would pack them.
That's right, yes.
So I was the packer, yeah.
Oh, cool. And you saved enough money to buy yourself a guitar.
Yes, and that guitar was called a Kasuga.
Oh, I've never heard of that brand.
Yeah, I haven't really since, so I don't know. I think it was a Japanese brand. It was pretty good at the time.
Do you still have it?
No, I don't.
Oh, what a shame. It'd probably be worth a bit if it was Japanese. Do you know what I mean? And was it from a music store?
Yeah, I would have bought it from a music store, yeah. Yeah.
And I can just imagine the joy and pride you would have had going in with your own money that you earned.
Own money,
buying the guitar that sung to you.
Yeah. So that kind of, I think, spurred me on even more to keep playing. And
I love that. So is Mum or Dad still with us?
No, sadly, no.
I'm sorry to hear that, but did they get to see you succeed and grow?
Yeah, definitely. Mum and Dad used to come to performances and stuff like that. And Mum passed quite some time ago now. It's been 30 years, so Dad lived quite a lot longer than Mum, so he got to see a lot more, thankfully. And
beautiful.
And there's always a huge support. In fact, I dedicated my last CD, which was Bring It Back, to him for the support he used to give me. Yeah.
Oh, I really love that. I love that. Dad didn't play any instruments?
No.
Just had the love of music.
Yeah,
I wonder.
He loved classical music as well. So he had lots of vinyls of the classics, Mozart, Handel, whatever,
Yeah.
So I kind of grew also, got accustomed to hearing classical music too, which I still love to this day.
Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it? I love classical. And I wonder how much of seeing Dolly Parton with a guitar inspired you to want to be like Dolly. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's because she's got such star quality. She's such a gorgeous woman and very driven with her music and so highly successful. I just wonder, did you ever explore that side and see Dolly and go, wow, she's something, I want to be successful like her at all?
Yeah, look, I'm a fairly analytical type of person, as far as my personality. So I kind of tend to get fixated on certain people and artists, and I will go into, researching about them their whole lives and what influenced them and where they came from and all that sort of thing. So I've done this to several kind of other artists that really have influenced me. Like Linda Ronstadt was another one.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Shania Twain was a huge obsession at one stage as well.
She is just fabulous, really fabulous, just so talented.
Yeah. And then Alanis Morissette was another one at one stage too. So,
awesome. I love that. And how much do you think Johnny Cash music influenced how you write, and Dolly or any other artist for that matter?
It's quite strange that for some reason most of my writing come out with this kind of, I don't know, whether you call it an Americana. Most people, I don't know, general people may not understand what Americana is, but it's kind of a blend of a lot of different genres of like country.
Yes, I get it. Yep.
Yeah, but and a lot of that flavour tends to come out in my writing. Whether it's totally unintentional, but that's how it is. But,
that's part of you. And have you ever been to the States?
No, I haven't actually. No, I'd love to go to Nashville someday.
Oh yeah, hey, that's on the bucket list. That's for sure. That's for sure.
New Orleans, yeah.
Yeah, I love that story about your mum and dad being so supportive of you. That's just, I love that. I love that so much. What about at school? Because you would have been learning guitar whilst you were at school. So did you have lessons from a teacher in school or outside of school? And did you have friends that maybe played guitar also, or was that quite a separate thing?
Quite all separate. I don't ever recall learning a single thing about music at school.
Oh, interesting, right.
Ironically.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I ever remember is the teacher playing records,
Okay.
and talking about whatever the artist was, whatever the song was. But yeah, I don't ever recall that we had like school bands or anything like that. We did have like a school choir.
Yeah.
I was definitely in the school choir. So singing was a part of it. But I never learned how to play any instrument at school. No, it was all private lessons.
Oh, wow. Shame on that school.
Yeah, so I won't mention.
No, I won't mention.
There's one out west.
Yeah. Look, I was lucky enough to go to a great couple of schools that really supported music. So I learned a lot from those schools. So that's it's quite a shame. And I wonder today how much the kids can learn music at school. I haven't spoken to any younger people to find that out actually. So
yeah.
And you know what? Good on you though that you've chosen to do that privately and that you kept doing that, because that shows real passion and real drive for the instrument and for music.
Yeah. Thank you.
So you play guitar. Do you play any other instrument? I know you can play a bit of piano, but is there any other instrument you can play?
Yeah, I play mandolin as well.
Oh, welcome to the club.
So that was another area I really got into at one stage, was a bluegrass.
Awesome.
So yes, I even sort of delved into a bit of like bluegrass on one of the songs on the Bring It Back album.
Awesome.
And yeah, so I love all that. So yes, I do play mandolin as well. I kind of dipped my toe a bit in bass playing, but I wouldn't really say that I can play bass well enough. I started teaching myself piano properly during lockdown, actually.
Good on you.
Yeah, so I with a special app that was brilliant, and I got up to level 5 during lockdown.
Oh, well done.
Piano music, yeah. So doing the whole bass clef and treble clef at the same time thing, which really was doing my head in, but hey, it was a good challenge.
Oh, absolutely it is. Getting your brain to work both sides is... It's like playing guitar and being able to sing. You've got to use, like, pat your head and rub your tummy at the same time.
Yeah, I'm just so used to stringed instruments, pretty much all my life. I do have 2 violins as well.
Lovely.
Which are in a very, very sad state at the moment because I haven't seen the light of day for so long. Yeah.
Time to get them out and give them a spruce up. I love that. So how did you get your start? How did you progress from having lessons and singing along? How did you then progress to either being in a band or doing a solo act or getting into the business first?
Yeah. I think I started going into talent quests and stuff like that. Around Sydney, there was a huge kind of talent quest circuit many years ago.
Yep.
when I was a little young thing.
We're all 21, Merilyn.
That's a privilege to age. Yeah.
Well, so that's fantastic. Did you feel what made you want to go in those? Was it your guitar teacher, or did you just see it and go, I just want to have a go?
Yeah, I just wanted to test myself out, see, dare myself.
Good on
dare
you.
myself to get up and do something like that. And, I kind of had this game with myself constantly through life. I dare myself to do things and beyond my comfort zone, and that's how you grow, right?
Absolutely. And do you remember seeing the other acts and thinking, or were you quite confident and went in there with a lot of confidence, showed confidence? And how did that first talent quest come out for you?
I think I was fairly happy with what I did. Yeah, because I'd prepared, a lot. So, and it's fairly harrowing thing. Like with these things, you have to get up and sing. Generally, it's 2 or 3 songs, and with a live band that you've never got to rehearse with.
Yeah.
So that's quite a And I'm now, putting my students through that, and have done, and have students that have got places and winnings and stuff through that. So, but
fantastic.
I know that I'm aware of the perils of it, so I can prepare them. But nobody prepared me.
No.
I just went in all in, sink or swim.
And were you playing guitar at that, like for that talent quest, do you remember, or for subsequent talent quests?
Not in the beginning. It was just mainly vocal. I'm just singing.
Okay. Yeah.
Later on, I think I included like some songs with the guitar and maybe one or two, one without, something like that, and mixed it up. Yeah.
And how many talent quests do you think you participated in?
Oh, I don't know.
A
I mean,
few.
these were you could do them pretty much every weekend. There were that many going on all around Sydney at the time, you know.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, so it kind of started. It was just something that I was doing to hone my skills, my live skills.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. That's so fan. And that's where I feel as though jam nights or open mic nights now, that's where they have their place because
yeah,
and I know myself, I've done the same thing. If I'm learning a new song, I go and test it out at the open mic, and if it doesn't work, I don't ever do it again.
that's it. So the audience reaction if it's a
Yeah,
thumbs
well, you
down.
know yourself. You know yourself whether it suits you then or not.
Yeah,
So yeah, I
yeah,
think it's a fantastic skill to be able to do that. Is be able to learn yourself and then get up with people you don't know and play. I think that is it soon shows where you're at
yeah,
and what you need to then learn or progress on.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. So you got your start by doing talent quests, and how long did you do those for, and what was the next step?
Um, I mean, I did those for some years, but I also ended up doing quite a bit of study as well. I first did a TAFE course, which I think was actually a full-time TAFE course that went for a year
Wow. Yep.
about the music industry.
Wow.
It was very practical, and it was a very specific class. I think we were kind of, yeah. I don't think there was another class like the mix of people that we had in that year. We actually went on tour and everything down the south coast, different places
Fantastic.
performing.
Yeah.
So you got to, yeah, there were performance aspects of that you learned, and from that I also picked up, a guitar teacher from that, and I continued guitar lessons with that TAFE teacher even after I finished that TAFE course.
Fantastic. I love that.
Yeah, and I went on to do, singing lessons with different teachers, different styles, just exploring different styles, seeing where I would fit in with all that,
Right.
And 3 years I've done a lot of other study. So I went back to TAFE again some years later and did then the music business management course,
Oh,
which
wow.
was like a
Right.
certificate for or something. Which taught me all about, the business side of music, the finance, the copyright law and publishing and all that sort of marketing and
Yeah, right. And do you feel as though that information back then is still current now? Or has the industry, in your eyes, changed and grown into something that's not quite what it was?
it's definitely changed.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. But there are a lot of, fundamental things that still remain the same, like, how to best market yourself and present yourself and how to manage your finances and make sure you don't go broke and all these kind of things.
I think that they're really good practical skills,
Yeah, yeah.
for any young person. And I've lost the question I was just going to ask you. That is terrible. I don't normally do that, but it was a follow-on from that. It'll come back to me.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
then from doing that and, I've got it now. How important do you think learning theory in music is for one, performing, two, songwriting?
As far as performing, I think it helps a lot, in that I find a lot of singers may have a beautiful voice, but they have no timing skills. No
Oh,
sense,
yeah.
no sense of rhythm.
Yep.
No, they can't hear where that beat is coming in, like where the 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
whatever it is. How to count that in? If I say that you've got an 8-bar intro, so
Yep.
you count the 8 bars, and
And they don't know how to do that. I've seen that many a time at an open mic or jam night. The singers just stand there. They don't know how to lead a band. They don't
yeah,
know the counting. And, the
yeah,
guys that I've always worked with, they look at you for direction. They want you to tell them.
yeah, yes, and
And
that's it.
there is so many singers that do not have the basic skill of counting.
Absolutely, yeah. It's one of the most common things I've actually found.
Wow. Well, I hope that you sort them out there, Marilyn.
I'm trying to.
So, did we speak about just then what you did after the learning and talent contests? And did you go out on your own? Did you join a band? Or when did you feel you were ready to do that? Progress further?
How did it all start? Oh, I think I started sort of doing little spots with as a duo with another guy. But I think that I met through the talent quests.
Cool.
And I think we called ourselves, here we go, this is historic, Leather and Lace.
Oh, wow. I love it, love it, love it.
And we did a spot at Peter Shamarasel once where they had the big auditorium there. They used to do all the big cabaret shows and stuff. And it was, I can't remember if it was Ray Hadley, one of the notable radio presenters was there in the audience, and he actually mentioned us the morning after on his breakfast show.
How fabulous is that?
We were stoked. Like,
I betcha.
yeah.
That's fabulous. I love that. I love that.
So yes, Leather and Lace was my first duo. For whatever reason, it didn't last that long. But then I decided, well, I'll create my own duo, and then I created Alter Ego, which still remains today.
Today, yes, it does.
It's changed in many forms and lineups throughout the years, and it's actually my trading name as well, which is Alter Ego Promotions. There you go. Yeah.
That's fabulous. So, have you been in a band, or you just stay as a duo or a solo act?
No, I had further crazy ideas about forming a band. Yeah. After I released my second album, I actually was asked to join this band so that we could do the songs, because this particular guy was so taken by the songs that he'd listened to on my CD, which is the second album, Extraordinary Days. He was jamming in a similar kind of open mic thing at the studio every week, and said, why don't you come up and meet the guys and stuff, next week, and see how you go. And anyway, I did that, and they were the most wonderful guys, just and then said, why don't we form a band and we'll do your songs? I went, really? Oh.
How lovely is that, though?
I would have thought that. I was very honoured. Yeah,
that's fantastic.
So the Merilyn Steele band was formed.
Oh, wonderful! And is that still going? Did it last long, or?
It fortunately disbanded once COVID came along. Yeah. So we went for a good 10 years, 10 or 12 years.
Oh, that's a good achievement. Good on you.
Yeah.
Things change though, so, be grateful for what we have done and for the way things are evolving, because there's always a reason.
Yeah, exactly. And I was actually in 3 bands once before COVID happened anyway, so it was probably about time something gave.
Yes.
So I also had formed my own production show band as well,
Oh,
called,
wonderful.
called Idols of the 70s, and that was absolute madness, the craziest thing I've ever done. An 8-piece band, 9 if you count the audio guy,
Yeah.
and it was all like artists of the 70s, my retro idols, which is why it was Idols of the 70s. So it was, we did Blondie, I did Suzi Quattro,
Fantastic.
we did David Bowie, Elvis Costello, and all these, the whole dress up thing, wigs, makeup, and the whole
Oh,
bit.
fabulous. I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I love it. What a fun thing to do. I think that's a really, really fun thing to do.
So that was another thing I dared myself to do, and I had no idea whether it would actually, what I could pull it off or if it would work or anything.
Yeah, yeah. Isn't it funny that we have these ideas, have no idea how they're going to come out at the end of it, but we just know that it's what we want to do, and we kind of trust the universe to go, hook me up.
You just got to give it a shot. Give it your best shot.
That's it. That's fabulous. I really love that. So at the moment, you're still doing your alter ego duo?
Yep. I'm still working solo with the duo, and I'm also now in a band called the Pink Chevys.
Oh, yes, I love the Pink Chevys.
Do you know them?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I have seen them. So I did see that, actually. I did see that promotion. That's fantastic. I love it. So
They've been around for like 30 years or something, apparently, with a lot of lineup changes and so on. But I think I'm certainly the first front female fronted of the band.
Oh, isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Now, speaking of the albums that you've brought out, you've mentioned 2 previous albums, but I'd like to talk about the album called Making Memories.
Yes, it's coming up.
Whenabouts is it coming out, or is it out now?
The album's not out yet. I haven't got the physical, for those that are wanting physical copies, I still am doing a small run of actual tangible CDs for those that have a thing called a CD player.
Yeah, I'm old school. I still got one of those.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I love them.
Yes.
But yes, the single Making Memories, which is the title song, only just came out, when was it, last week?
Really, really recently. So for those listeners, it's now March 2024, just so that you can put a bit of a timeline on when we're doing this, if you listen later on in the future. So that's fine. And we've got also Kinda, I don't know why I said Kinda, Kinda Be the Love, that's out also.
Yes, so I released that in August last year, but then I also just released an actual lyric video to it in January as well.
Oh, I'm interested in that. So is that on YouTube?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So what I'll get you to do is send me that link, and when I put the show up for promotion, we'll make sure we add that link and or your website and all of that kind of thing in as well, so that people can listen to you, come to your shows and see what you're all about.
Great. Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah. And you've also got If I Could.
Yes, that's also on the new album. Yeah.
Fantastic. So what we'll do now is I think we'll get Kinda Be the Love, and we're going to listen to that. So listeners, I hope you enjoy Merilyn Steele, Kinda Be the Love.
Everybody's bleeding. Everybody's feeling pain at some time. So be a little kinder, hug a little harder, reach out and share a smile. to criticize, 'cause what's ugly can be beautiful in someone else's eyes. Just be a little kinder, smile a little longer, and be the love they need. Be the love they need. So checking on a neighbor, call upon an old friend. Maybe they need to see a kind face. We'll have a conversation, share a cup of coffee. You may just be someone's saving grace. Don't be so fast to judge or quick to criticize, 'cause what's ugly can be beautiful in someone else's eyes. Just be a little kinder, smile a little longer, and be the love they need. Be the love they need. Everyone has secrets, everyone has regrets. We all have a hidden past. Nobody is perfect, nobody is worthless. Have a heart and empathize. Don't be so fast to judge or quick to criticize. You don't know the circumstance that led to their demise. Just be a little kinder, smile a little longer, and be the love they need. Just be a little kinder, hug a little harder, and be the love they need. 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 Just be the love they need.
Well, Merilyn, I really enjoy and appreciate and give you kudos for the way that you write, for your use of verse, and the way that you sing, and the tone of your voice, and the way you play guitar.
Thank you.
It's a-
And ironically, well, not ironically, for the first time actually of all the albums I've recorded, this being my fifth CD, my fourth album,
Fantastic.
I have actually played all the guitars, all the rhythm guitar parts on this album, and the mandolin. So
Fantastic. Fantastic. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So we're going to listen to one more before we talk some more things about you, so we can let the listeners learn all about you and who you are. We've got maybe Making Memories. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure.
Can we whack that one in? All right. So how did that one come about, Making Memories? Because that's a track on the album, correct?
Yeah, it's the title track
Yep.
and the first. Yeah.
So how did that come about?
I guess it's kind of just been as getting older and then realizing, your mortality, I guess, and then realizing, you're kind of halfway there or whatever it might be. And it's really about just living life for now, enjoying now, and not putting things off. Because I've just lost so many people over the last so many years.
Yeah.
And yeah, just without kind of being morbid about it, it just really, brings home the fact that, we do have limited days.
We do. And I think
Yeah.
you've got to make the most of every day. Every
Yeah.
day.
And so I'm just saying, not stop putting off things that you want to do, places you want to go to, things that you want to see. Do it now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, listeners, let's listen to Making Memories.
Today is a memory, and 10 years down the track, a day we'll remember with fondness looking back. I'd like to make today a memory with you. So shake your ass and fill your glass, let's make a party for two. Hey, let's make memories now. Oh, making memories, make memories now. It's nice to sit and reminisce about the good old days. Truth be told, we're making gold right here and now today. Instead of sitting around living in the past, make some plans and live for now. Make new memories last. Come on, hey, let's make memories now. Oh, making memories, make memories now. Hey, let's make memories now. Yeah, making memories, make memories now. Hey. Life's for living till the end, so why are you stopping now? Try new things, explore the world, just get out and about. Let's go out to a show or to a restaurant, dinner cruise, the theater too, anywhere you want. Hey, let's make memories now. Oh, making memories, make memories now. Hey, let's make memories now. Yeah, making memories, make memories now. Hey. Life is short, I'm gonna milk it till the end. I'm here for a good time, not a long time, my friend. There's many things that I'll revive and bring back from the past. But let's live life while we can and make today a blast. Come on, hey, let's make memories now. Oh, making memories, make memories now. Hey, let's make memories now. Yeah, making memories, make memories now. Hey, let's make memories now. Yeah, making memories, make memories now.
Well, Merilyn, you know what? I've said it before, I'll say it again. I love the tone of your voice.
Thank you.
It's very beautiful.
Thank you.
Very, very beautiful. Well done. Okay, so What is the best live act or show you've ever seen? And it can be an international act.
Yeah, look, the one that's most vivid still in my mind and memory at the moment is last October when Sir Paul McCartney came out.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Yeah, and somehow I managed to score A reserve tickets.
Oh my goodness.
Which were not saying that I was in the very front row. It was in the A section.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So we were still close enough to be able to see him without having to look at that screen all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, fairly close. I mean, it probably would have been about 15 rows from the front. Maybe.
Oh, fantastic. And did he live up to your expectation?
Oh, he totally exceeded my expectations, to be honest.
That's fantastic because he's an older gentleman, you know.
Goodness, he's 82 years old.
No way, my daddy's 85, 82, wow.
Yeah, and he played a solid 3-hour show, no break, no intermission.
I couldn't stand up for 3 hours straight.
I'm having trouble myself now.
So good on him, good on him.
The thing I was listening for, because I do quite a few Beatles songs, you know, in my shows and stuff like that.
Fantastic, love
I
it.
was listening to see whether he was going to change the keys down.
Yes.
Right. But he didn't. He was still singing them in the same keys as
I
the
love that.
recording. Yeah, so all kudos. I mean, my respect just skyrocketed for the man. He played about 8 different instruments on the night.
Did he really? That is fantastic.
Yeah.
Good on him. Such a talent, such a talented songwriter and lyricist as well.
Yeah, he's been a person way before his time, way before the world was even ready to hear such thing, you know, such talent. But
absolutely. And were the Beatles a band that you listened to when you were younger at all?
no, I was too young.
Oh, really?
Never. I mean, I think they broke up when I was born or something. So,
When I was
something that I
young.
was into when I was young.
Yeah.
No.
When I was really, really young, they had a Beatles cartoon. And
Yes.
being young, and I saw that and I just went, oh, who are these guys? Who are these? And I was just transfixed, and that's history now. I just, loved them from that moment. And of course, everybody just had their own fella that they loved. So if you were to look at the Beatles today, who's your favourite crush?
Oh,
Have to be Paul, right?
It's definitely Paul. A Gemini after my own heart, yes.
Yes. I love that. I love that. What other bands were you into? I know what your dad's interests were and your mum, but what about you?
In my early years, you're saying? Or?
Whenever throughout your life?
Once I cottoned on to what Countdown was.
I loved Countdown.
I was a Countdown devotee, you know. I'd get ready, sit cross-legged in front of the TV, right up close and get ready. And when, you know, I'd wait, especially for any glimpse of Susie Quattro. I was obsessed with her. And I think that was one of the big reasons also why I wanted to learn to play guitar. She was one of those big reasons.
And she's still touring and still playing concerts. I think she was just out here recently, actually.
Yeah.
And I mean, she's a good age too, and she's still got it.
And I've seen her a few times now, when she's been out. Yep, for sure.
Oh, that's fantastic. Do you find going to see other bands' performances that you can see what they're doing wrong or what they're doing better than you thought or gave you ideas to become better?
Yeah, I go to other people's shows a lot, when I'm not working, just to glean things from them about, yes, like you say, what things that they might be doing better than me, or things that I think they're, that I think they're
Could be better.
Yeah, liable with, yeah. I went to one show where it was a tribute. But the young girl she could sing okay, but she had no connection with the audience at all. And when the songs would stop, she didn't know what to say. So that's another whole big aspect of performing, is being able to talk to your audience and make a connection with them. That's huge.
Oh, absolutely. And don't you love it, Marilyn? Have you ever had this where you'll be at a pub or a club playing, and the girls are a little bit on the tiddly side, and they'll come up and go, "Can you play that song?" And you'll be like, "What song is that, darling?" "You know the song?" I'd be like, "Sure, but which one?" "You know the song."
It's usually Nutbush that I get requested for.
The one that we always get is, there's actually a couple. There's Horses.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Nutbush and Shania Twain, Man, I Feel Like a Woman.
Yes,
So,
I did that for years with the band. Yep, I know that song backwards, inside out.
and the girls just go ballistic for it. They just love it. So we had to learn it. So I just went, yeah, righty. But isn't it great when the audience comes up to you and they want you to do a song, even if you're doing your own thing, and you can accommodate them, the audience, because then they feel a part of the show, and you see the joy.
Yeah,
you see the joy that you're bringing them, and isn't that what it's all about?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Yeah, so giving other people joy and giving them a good time, and it rubs off. It comes back. Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So let's talk about your last song that I've got here, and it's called If I Could, and I believe it's off the Making Memories album as well.
Yes, it is, yeah.
And how did that come about?
Look, this is just it's just an old light-hearted love song, really. It's actually one that's been reworked. So it was not on any other previous album, but it was something that I'd written and recorded quite a few years ago, but I was never happy with how it sounded, so it never came out how I thought. So my idea was this kind of almost like a Latin kind of rhythm that I wanted, and then when I took it to Michael Carpenter, who's my producer and has produced my last 3 CDs now. He knows how to extract things out of my head. He's absolutely amazing. So he just can get me. I mean, I give him, a demo of what I think, and then give him song samples of the kind of style I want it to sound like, the rhythm I want it to sound like, and things like that. And he just gets it. So
that's fantastic, having people that can hear it and go, yes, I know exactly what you want. That's a gift that they've got, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, and I really love this song now. And as soon as I start playing it live, people get up and start dancing. It's just one of those things that make you want to move.
Yeah, I love that. So without further ado, let's listen to If I Could.
You're everything I wanted you. There's nothing I would alter you. If only I could show you, I think we could really hit it off. If I could have you, it'd be the icing on the cake. If I could have you, it won't be a day too late. If I could have you, it would be the silver lining. If I could have you, if I could have you, it'd be the icing on the cake. If I could have you, I would never need to stray. If I could have you, it would be the silver lining. If I could have you, if I could have you, if I could have you, if I could.
Well, Marilyn, another beautiful song by you. Congratulations on this Making Memories album and all your other albums as well.
Thank you. Yeah.
And I really love that you're teaching up-and-comers and all the knowledge that you've gleaned in your time in the music industry and as a singer, songwriter, lyricist. You know, you've got so much to offer, and I'm so glad that you're sharing that with others. That's a real gift that people have, and you're one of those people.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I love it. It's so rewarding. I mean, if you have a light, you shine it, you know, for others to see. So it's it's rewarding for me to see others shine as well. Also.
Fantastic. Yeah. I love that. Now, the last question I have for you is, do you have a funny story from the time that you've been a musician gigging, or a place that you've been to that was hilarious, or an incident that you thought, wow, that's interesting?
Oh, I have several, but we probably don't have time for all.
Yes, we do. We do have as much time as you would like.
Probably one of the most funny and embarrassing things that happened, you know, in the early days in the Talent Quest was that there used to be these massive, big red curtains at the back of the stage, and there would be a section where you part them to go out to exit the stage. And anyway, I did my little songs and everything, and they were all clapping, and do you think I could find this section of the curtain?
No.
Get out of the stage. and it was actually videotaped too.
Oh, no.
So I actually watched it back, and I was just horrified, but it was also funny.
Yeah.
Look, you know, the curtain, grabbing at different parts of the curtain, going, where is this part? Where is the exit?
Oh, my God. And did you find it in the end?
After a few grabs, yes.
Oh, good.
Got out. So, yes, a few seconds of embarrassment with them, but it was very funny. Yes.
And a question that's just come to mind, because it happens to every musician, band or duo. Have you ever played to an empty place?
Yes, unfortunately. That's happened quite a number of times. And it's sometimes it's happening more even lately. I'm thinking a lot less people are getting out and watching live music and going to venues and stuff now.
Yeah, right. I think that question just popped into my head because I just thought, I've seen some people where they go, oh, no crowd here tonight, like what's going on? And we've experienced, you know, everybody experiences it at one point or another where there might be 2 people or 5 people or nobody.
But even apparently Elton John has played to a 2-person audience in his
really?
early days. Yeah, so there you go.
There you go. And it's one of those things you often wonder, why is that? But it could be, 1, the economy, 2, the weather might not be so great, or 3 people are just tired from working,
Yeah,
and
the location, the time. Sometimes they just put these gigs on far too late.
I agree with that,
Till
100%.
1 in the morning. I mean, who?
Yeah, I've been there. I just wonder, why would you have it so late
Yeah.
when the clientele is an earlier crowd?
Yeah. So there's many reasons for that, but I've learnt not to take that personally.
No, that's right.
Yeah, and you need to be able to perform the same way to 2 people as to 200 or 2,000 people.
100%.
Give them the same show. Give them the same level of commitment. Yeah.
Absolutely, I 100% agree with you. But do you feel that it's less pressure or more pressure depending on the people in the room? Or you don't feel pressure at all?
It's less. It's far less. Yeah.
Far less pressure, so therefore you have a good time, right?
Yeah. So you've got your own private concert now. What would you like to hear?
Yeah, that's wonderful. And it's, if anything, you're still getting paid for it. So I think you still give that level of commitment. You're 100% correct. I don't know where that question come from. It just popped in my head. So I thought I'm going to ask that. So, listeners, we will have some links to Merilyn's webpage, her Facebook pages, and maybe Instagram if you've got it, and of course to YouTube, so that you can have a look at all of the things that Merilyn has on there. I really would love to thank you for taking the time out for me this evening.
Pleasure's all mine, Crystal. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're totally welcome, and I look forward to having you in the radio station very soon.
Yes, that will be great too. Thank you so much.
It sure will be. Are you going to bring a guitar?
I can if you want me to.
Of course I do. Do it live on air. Why not?
Okay.
Let's do it. Okay, with that, we will say good night and see you around the traps.
Thank you, Crystal. Good night.
Good night. And that was the gorgeous Merilyn Steele. Thanks, Merilyn, for coming in and doing the podcast, and for coming into the radio station as well. You're a fabulous guest and a fabulous lady, and I look forward to more of your music being produced. Well, listeners, it's that time of the evening. It's time to say goodnight. You have been listening to Conversations with Crystal, and you can catch me from 12 till 2 on 100.3 FM on a Wednesday, with my show Crystal's Kaleidoscope. Until next time, please stay safe, stay happy, stay cool, and stay awesome. And please stay tuned to this podcast. Good evening.